Hello, my name is Cody Young. If you are sitting near a window right now, go ahead and take a second and look out at it right now. Look up to the sky and think about what's beyond what you can see. Many people throughout time have wondered what is out and spread throughout the stars. In order to quench this curiosity, humans have developed rockets that could take them into space so that they could further explore the mysteries that are hidden beyond where we could reach before. During World War II, in order to overcome the defenses of bunkers and anti-aircraft artillery that had become common throughout Europe, Nazi Germany began developing the V-2 rocket. This rocket would later be the key to space. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union and the United States of America were in a technological race to be the world's superpower. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched an artificial satellite that was named Sputnik, which would later be referred to as Sputnik 1. In response to the launch of Sputnik, the United States launched their own satellite shortly after. While the United States failed to be the first country to launch a satellite into Earth's orbit, it tried to be the country that would send the first man into outer space, where it would then again fail to the Soviet Union. In 1961, Soviet Union cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin would be the first man to go to outer space and return safely. Just 1 month later, Alan Shepard would be the first American astronaut to go to space and return. So after another crushing defeat to the Soviet Union, President John F. Kennedy announced in 1962 that the U.S.'s mission was to put a man on the moon and to be the first to do that. This statement really spurred the space race on, and the Apollo program started in the United States with NASA. Their goal was to put a man on the moon. Their largest success came in 1969 when the Apollo program landed Neil Armstrong onto the moon, and he would be the first man to walk on another celestial body. All of these expeditions to space have been funded by the government up until this point. But the space industry is moving from a solely government and research-based industry into a privatized industry. Some people are against this privatization of the space industry. Some people think that the billions of dollars that are being put into the space industry could be more beneficial elsewhere. They think that it could be used to improve the living conditions throughout the world instead. There's no need to go to another planet when we already have a perfectly suitable one to live on now. So the money should be used to improve the planet we live on instead of funding somebody's dream of one day living on another planet. There are also many risks involved with space travel. For instance, the top image you're looking at is from the Columbia disaster, in which the Columbia space shuttle disintegrated because of a lost heat shield upon re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. The bottom image is of the Challenger disaster, in which the Challenger exploded within seconds of takeoff, killing all aboard. Some people are worried about the standards and regulations that the private companies in the space industry will be held to, As of right now, there are no federal regulations, only the standards that NASA has set. One of the benefits of the privatization of the space industry is that it will create a competitive market which will drive down the cost and make space more accessible. Private companies have the benefit of not having to jump through hoops and get everything approved by Congress, which is a burden for NASA. And on top of that, taxpayers are going to have less of a burden paying for space exploration because the cost will fall upon each private company. Some of these companies have much better funding than NASA can ever hope to have, thanks to business entrepreneurs that have succeeded, such as Blue Origin's founder, Jeff Bezos, who also founded Amazon. One of the issues with government-funded programs is that you're very limited in the goals that you can accomplish. Each private company can have its own set of goals, and many do, such as SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. His goal is to colonize Mars, while Jeff Bezos, founder of Blue Origin, wants to create jobs in space and make it more accessible to the everyday person. And along with that, Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Galactic, wants to do space tourism and have suborbital flights around the Earth. So the thing that all these companies have in common is that they want to drive the price down and make space more accessible to everyone. They want everybody to be involved. And ultimately, that is what's going to make the privatization of the space industry succeed.